on TMZ.
God, I wish I could crip walk. Serena Williams. So now Serena's saying that her crip walk during the halftime show was not shade on Drake. I'm not buying it.
She's not thinking about Drake at all.
She's not thinking about Drake. She dated Drake. He shaded her. The song is clearly a takedown of Drake.
She's not thinking about him. She just likes the song.
They dated. They just happened to get one of Drake's exes. Come on.
Come on.
So Yeezy.com is shut down. A day after Kanye listed the swastika t-shirt, Shopify decided to pull the merchandise.
It did sell well, but if they're gonna make this decision, why did it take them 24 hours?
Will they ever get shipped, you think?
Why, are you waiting on an order, Shamon? Yeah. Luka Doncic made his Lakers debut, and he brought out all of the celebrities.
But on the other side of the ledger, the Dallas Mavericks, the fans are going crazy. They actually were screaming at Mark Cuban, screaming at the owners.
They shouldn't have traded him. I would be mad too.
Men are very emotional.
I know, see? Tell me again how women are more emotional than men.
You're screaming when you're saying that.
Sabrina Carpenter is on the cover of Vogue, and she's looking like Marilyn Monroe.
Honestly, Barry Keoghan must be kicking himself. She's the hottest pop star in the world right now.
Have you heard the phrase, been there, done that?
Men always come back 6 months later.
That's so not true.
Yes, it is.
Has that ever happened to you?
No.
Showtime, baby. Let's go. Let's go. We got this. Come on. Woo!
That's Serena Williams getting amped up before her dance during Kendrick Lamar's Super Bowl halftime show, which she wants you to know was not a diss at her ex-boyfriend Drake. Right.
She posted a lengthy video on her Instagram page. She captioned it, "When Kendrick Lamar and team called and was like, we've been trying to do something forever. We loved your crip walk at the Olympics after you won the gold medal." She said, "I'm like, Super Bowl, are you serious? When in the world would I ever be able to dance at a Super Bowl? Let's do it." End of story.
So throwing shade on Drake wasn't why she did it or why they went after her in the first place. Sure.
It's weird for her to post, "I did this to diss Drake." You don't say that. You just do the diss.
Then you don't say anything.
She's watering down the moment by saying this.
Or maybe it really is just water under the bridge. Not! Especially since Drake has trashed her and her husband previously in song.
I think she did it because of Drake, and I also think it's awesome.
Definitely, it's the trolling of all trolling, rubbing it into your ex's face with his sworn enemy in front of millions of people.
That was the best 10 seconds of my life.
That's kind of a diss to your husband, too. So congrats, Serena, on being able to make your dream come true by dancing at the Super Bowl, which was not meant to take a swipe at your ex. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. A minor.
I gotta get famous for something.
Priyanka Chopra and Nick Jonas are celebrating another wedding. It's her brothers in India. Priyanka posted a lot of photos of them on this trip with her family celebrating her brother. It was another multi-day.
These are like 2-week weddings, right?
Yeah, it was another multi-day wedding event just like theirs, but they look great. Nick sang at the wedding as well.
Right here by my side.
Should have sang Jealous.
Yeah, not the best wedding song. Does that get annoying for him? Like, don't you just want to like show up to a wedding and just be a guest? But they always ask him to sing.
I thought you were gonna say traveling far away. Like, you have to go all the way to India, because she has family in India. That's hard to date someone.
There's no more fun than an Indian wedding. It is the most fun time you'll ever have.
Oh, really?
Indian weddings are the greatest.
You've been to India?
No, I've been to Indian weddings here. No, they have Indian weddings.
How do they get the elephants across?
Attention Nazis with disposable income! Your chance to own Kanye's latest gross insult to Jewish people everywhere is gone. Because
Yeezy.com is shut down. So a day after Kanye listed the swastika t-shirts, if you go to Yeezy.com now, it's just, there's nothing.
yes, and now no one can purchase the only item that was on the site, a hateful swastika tee. Because the company that handled Kanye's online sales,
they've decided to pull the merchandise. They released a statement saying that he did not engage in authentic commerce practices, violated their terms.
It just occurred to me, the word merchandise is both for singular and plural.
Huh? What?
Excuse me?
You can have one item in its merchandise. You can have multiple items in its merchandise.
Awesome. Thanks for sharing that. In any case, in addition to losing his shirt sales, Kanye also lost his agent, who recently posted,
"Effective immediately, I'm no longer representing Ye, formerly known as Kanye West, due to his harmful and hateful remarks."
But when it comes to Kanye's swastika shirt, there's really only one question.
Will they ever get shipped, you think?
No, the question was, why did Shopify wait this long to take the site down?
What was the big discussion that took a day?
Right.
It's like, well, on the other hand, the Nazis, it's like,
Let's see how the sales go, maybe.
Unfortunately, the sales went pretty well because our world is a horrible, horrible place. The swastika is a despicable symbol of hate, so maybe don't buy a t-shirt with one on it. Goodbye, everybody!
Kid Rock was at a bar in Nashville celebrating Bon Jovi keyboardist David Bryan's birthday.
Okay.
So he was like the surprise guest and came out to sing. So he's singing with this girl, singing Proud Mary. There's little energy in the crowd. So he stops and he says,
Hey, stop. If you ain't gonna clap, we gonna sing.
So then he starts doing this and everyone starts clapping and then it dies down a little again. And then he does it again, he's like this, and then it dies down again. And then he says,
You know what? You ain't gonna clap, I'm going.
This is such a bad look.
That sucks for David Bryan. It's like...
And the person playing the keyboard is David Bryan.
This makes me like Kid Rock less and less. Like,
How about the fact that he could be dating Lauren Boebert? It was reported that they left in a cab at 2:30 a.m. after the inauguration party.
Oh, he had a good night then.
You must have seen that video.
He's like, I know there's a theater around here somewhere. Come on.
And now it's Blake Lively in I Like the Power!
I want to have more authorship.
Because that's Blake at the Forbes Power Women Summit back in 2022, openly confessing that she likes to take control on all of her projects.
That's a big deal.
Certainly relevant to what's going on with Justin Baldoni, who said that they had all these creative differences because she wanted to take over the film.
Yep, and Blake openly says here that she knows she's hired as an actress
To show up and look cute. But I also knew that that wasn't fulfilling for me, that I wanted to be a part of the storytelling, that I wanted to be a part of the narrative, whether that be in the writing, in the costume design, in creating the character.
Basically everything except craft services. Got it. And so, how does she get to do it all?
When I went in the meetings, I would just seem like I'm just there to be the actor and ready to get the gig. I wouldn't reveal that I actually need to have authorship in order to feel fulfilled. So I think that for them, sometimes that might have felt like a rug pull because you're like, you're trying to assert yourself into something that we didn't hire you to do.
Wow.
Yeah, no kidding.
What she's saying is, I hoodwink people.
She does look cute though.
She looks beautiful.
Yeah, she does.
Way to stay on topic, dudes. Anyway, this doesn't look good in the fight against Baldoni, huh?
Hold on, she is a producer on it. She's allowed to give an opinion.
It's about, I want to insert myself all around the movie, but I don't tell them that till I get in.
don't people lie on a resume to get the job all the time?
No.
No, actually, no.
What did you lie about?
Her address, that she had one.
So, good luck, Blake, because this interview will definitely be used if this thing goes to trial.
Sabrina Carpenter is on the cover of Vogue, and she's looking like Marilyn Monroe.
She is.
She looks good.
Probably better than Marilyn Monroe.
She does this a lot. She likes to pay homage to the women who came before her, Fran Drescher, Goldie Hawn, and now Marilyn Monroe.
Is she the hottest female singer now?
She did win a Grammy, but this is how you get older fans.
The men.
How do you get the men by posting on Vogue?
Yeah, how do you?
Oh, just by looking sexy.
When's the last time you looked at a Vogue?
No, never. Good point.
Honestly, what an idiot though. Barry Keoghan must be kicking himself.
No, you say that.
I think he's doing just fine.
She's the hottest pop star in the world right now.
Have you heard the phrase, been there, done that?
Men always come back 6 months later.
That's so not true.
Yes, it is.
That is so not
They
true.
realize they're idiots.
Has that ever happened to you?
No.
Coming up.
Armie Hammer didn't eat any people, but he did eat the heart of an animal.
You take a bite out of the heart when you go hunting for your first time.
The fact he's been accused of cannibalism, that's what makes it weird.
It's not about cannibalism. He's not a cannibal. He's cannibal adjacent.
He's cannibal.
Plus, Luka Doncic made his Lakers debut, and he brought out all of the celebrities.
But on the other side of the ledger, the Dallas Mavericks, the fans are going crazy, screaming at Mark Cuban, screaming at the owners. Cuban at one point stands up and goes, "Sit down and shut the up," because they were heckling.
I love that.
Coming up,
Diplo loves acid. A camera person was talking to him.
and how often do you do it, would you say?
I'm like 4 times a week.
4 times a week?
Be right back. Good evening. Welcome to Culinary Delights with Armie Hammer.
You take a bite out of the heart, and you've got all your buddies around you. They're goading you on.
You know, this is one of those times where a little context would help.
Armie Hammer didn't eat any people, but he did eat the heart of an animal. So he's on the Louis Theroux podcast, and basically Louis interviewing him and is like, hey, let's just go through all the things you've been accused of.
Are you a cannibal?
You know what you have to do to actually be a cannibal? You have to actually eat human flesh.
Correct. Let's try unsavory hunting traditions for 400, Louis.
Did you cut the heart out of the animal and eat it while still warm?
No, you don't eat the whole heart.
You didn't
One of the
do that.
traditions is you take a bite out of the heart. It's sort of like a almost overly charged male rite of passage when you go hunting for your first time.
It's not weird when you think about it, though.
What do you mean it's not weird?
We eat animal flesh every day.
An animal that's warm and you're eating its heart?
You're not gonna eat it when it's cold.
Well, she's got you there. See, that'd be a tartare, and we're not savages.
So you did that?
Yeah. Not for the purpose of any cannibalism or any sexual gratification.
I get it's a hunting tradition, but if you're Armie Hammer, stop talking about this stuff, man.
He's not a cannibal. It's just gross to do that.
People think it's gross how much oil you put on in the morning and no one's judging you.
Oh, Moroccan.
I swim.
So what does you swimming have to do with?
Because it dries your skin out.
How do you oil the hard to reach places?
I don't.
Thanks for the clarification, Armie. Bon appetit.
Diplo loves acid. Diplo is in New Orleans, and a camera person was talking to him, and he says that he doesn't drink, doesn't smoke weed.
I like acid though.
Yeah, were you really on the New Year's?
Do that. I'm on it now. Good.
Are you on it right now?
He goes, I'm just chilling.
And how often do you do it, would you say?
I'm like 4 times a week.
4 times a week?
Yeah.
4 times a week?
Right.
He's not on acid like the walls are melting though. You take so little that you basically don't even know if you're on it or not. You don't feel that.
But then in that, what's the point?
Because you just feel a little bit brighter.
It's a little bit. I want to take a little bit. It's not like tripping. I'm not about to do backflips.
In the late 60s, acid was what everybody did.
Except you.
Well, I didn't, no.
Do you wish you had tried it back then just to know what it was like?
Nah, because I knew people who had bad acid trips.
Can you think about the shows you would come up with on acid?
Yeah, oh my God.
I know.
TMZ in space.
I'm not going to suggest to take drugs with people, but if you want to experiment, take a little bit of that.
NBA star Luka Doncic hit the court for the first time as a Laker, and he not only brought his A game, he also brought out the A-list.
Luka Doncic made his Lakers debut on Monday night, and he brought out all of the celebrities.
Including Adele, Will Ferrell, and Floyd Mayweather.
So he played for about half the game, still scores 14 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists.
A nice game for Luka and the Lakers, who beat the Utah Jazz 132-113. So it's safe to say the Lakers made a good trade.
But on the other side of the ledger, the Dallas Mavericks.
Anthony Davis got hurt in the first game. They've got round-the-clock security at the GM's home because people are that crazy about this.
They actually were booing lustily throughout the game, screaming at Mark Cuban, screaming at the owners. Cuban at one point stands up and goes, sit down and up.
That's misplaced anger. Cuban is only a part owner, and also...
There's a report that says Cuban tried to get them to stop the trade.
Yeah, Cuban never wanted him traded.
This is one of the worst, most obvious mistakes of all time.
There's a bigger Dallas mistake.
What?
2,500 pages of Kennedy assassination documents were suddenly found. How did they miss them?
Maybe they were misfiled somewhere.
How do you misfile that?
They put him under RFK instead of JFK, maybe.
Turns out the assassination wasn't a government conspiracy, it was just a clerical error. Congrats, Luka! And sorry, Dallas, your city hasn't been this screwed since Debbie.
The Village People might be entering the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I would actually say it's probable at this stage.
I would say it's deserved.
The case they make is, I think, pretty compelling. The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame looks at various factors, including legacy, name recognition,
check,
influence on other musicians,
check,
big old check there, quality of music.
I love the Village People.
Well, it's age great.
It's age great.
I think they do deserve it, actually.
They do deserve it.
Yeah.
Justice for the Village People.
I thought you didn't care about awards and stuff like that.
I care about the Village People being in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Do you think the Spice Girls should get in the Rock Hall of Fame?
Yeah.
They had more hits than the Village People, way more global influence.
People aren't talking about them the same way.
Listen, Harvey, the Village People are a slippery slope.
They're not a slippery slope.
The Village People are a gateway for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Oh, gateway? I love the Village People.
Coming up.
We got Adam Devine. He's a new dad.
He's gonna be 1 year old in a week.
Whoa.
He's looking super buff, really fit and like super big.
Babies are a massive worker.
You have two, and
Can you flex your arms? Let's.
No, I don't want to show off.
Where can you see huge stars in Hollywood? No, not the planetarium, that's for nerds. We mean the TMZ Celebrity Tour, where we've seen huge stars like Kevin Hart, Rihanna, Ben Affleck, The Rock, Mark Wahlberg, Lizzo, Lady Gaga, Ryan Seacrest, and Jamie Foxx. You'll learn the secrets of the city and see Hollywood as only TMZ can show you. Buses depart daily from the Hard Rock Cafe in Hollywood, so head to TMZTour.com and book your tickets for the TMZ Celebrity Tour.
We got Adam Devine from Workaholics and Righteous Gemstones. He's a new dad.
He's gonna be 1 year old in a week.
Whoa.
Dad.
So we asked him what it's like being a new dad.
When they really lock in on you and can recognize your face, especially when my wife's FaceTime, if I'm away and she's FaceTiming, and I'm like, hey buddy, and I'm in frame, and then he just goes, he recognizes you, the best.
Is that true? Do kids know?
I don't know why you're looking at me.
Do they know on FaceTime?
Yeah, they smile at you.
Dude, from like 9 months to now, it's been.
He's looking super buff,
Yeah,
right?
so I'm in the commercial. He looked way skinny.
He's like really fit and like super big. So we asked him.
How many baby curls can you do?
I got this all jacked and juicy so I can hold him here all day.
Oh, bro. I can see it.
That's 15 minutes tops. Gotta put it in.
Babies are a massive worker.
Really? Because you're so fit right
Just
now.
like, like
You
this.
have two, and
Can you flex your arms? Let's.
No, I don't want to show off.
Coming up.
Delilah and Amelia Hamlin hitting the streets of New York City in lingerie during New York's Fashion Week.
This is for a fashion show, or they're just walking around the streets in lingerie?
Which would you prefer?
Delilah and Amelia Hamlin hitting the streets of New York City in lingerie during New York's Fashion Week. It's low 30s out there right now, so they're literally just half naked. I mean, I'm not complaining.
Wait, this is for a fashion show, or they're just walking around the streets in lingerie? I'm confused.
Which would you prefer?
What? You just don't see girls
No, I think
walking?
Devin's right. Because I always wondered about this. It's not part of the show.
Yeah, but street fashion's a thing around these events.
Yes, it is.
We are taking our eye off the ball here. They look sensational in this. They are.
No, they're beautiful.
Also, their parents just launched their podcast yesterday, and now they're like, so maybe it's like a.
Harvey just launched his podcast. Harv, you gotta dress up.
Two angry men, Harvey and a Speedo. Oh my God, if you guys were just sitting on Santa Monica Beach in Speedos. That would be a great ad, bro.